All right, guys. We're going to be looking at square root and continuing this little section on squares and square root. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Let me just
sir.
do an audio check. Jody, you there?
Yes, sir.
Shaquano,
Yes, sir.
Shamisha.
Yes, sir.
Somebody needs to tell the Marquis to open his microphone. So let's go with it. Now, the first thing it says to find the square of 7, to find the square of 7. Hold on, let me pull this down a little bit more. So if we wanted to find the square of 7, let me swap this over. To find the square of 7, this really means what? 7 times 7, right? And we could rewrite this now as 7 squared. And 7 squared would be equal to 49. So to find the square of two equal numbers, right? In this case, the product is what? 49, which means the same as what? The square of 7. Right?
7.
Now,
Yes,
if
sir.
we were asked to find the square root, right? So this is the square, right? So 7 squared, and this is 49. Then the square root of 49 is going to be equal to what? 7.
7.
All right.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So this is a symbol that is used for square root. All right. So this is the symbol. This is a symbol for square root. Okay. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So what is the square root of 9? What is the square root of 9?
Sir. 3.
Okay. Um,
Sir.
yes, go ahead. Who is speaking?
Hearing.
Yes, the Marquis, I see you. I see you raise your hand, and yeah, I'm hearing you clearly. All right. So
Okay, sir.
3 squared
Yes,
is
sir.
equal to 9. And 3 squared really means what? 3 times 3, right? And the square root of 3 times 3 is 3. So when it's the square root, we are taking out one one out of the set. I hope you guys are seeing that. Understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to show you something. Let us use, let's use 25. If they ask us to find the square root of 25, right? And this will work with what they call perfect squares, okay? So if they ask us to find the square root of 25, if we factorize 25, what can go into 25?
5.
5 can go in there. 5 into this, 1. So the prime factors of 25 would be what? 5 times 5. And anytime we have it like this, we're only going to use one of them, okay? One from each pairing. So in
Yes,
this
sir.
case, the square root is 5. And if we check it, 5 times 5 is what really gives us the what? The 25.
55.
Okay. Let's pick another number. Let's pick 16. If they ask us for the square root of 16, right? We already know that is 4 squared, not true? But
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna show you. So it would be, let's factorize 16, and 2 into 16 is 8. 2 into 8 is what? 4. 2 into 4 is 2, and 2 into 2 is 1. So the prime factors of 16 would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And we're going to pair off these. And from each pair, we only take 1, 2, and 2. So 2 2s would give us 4. So the square root of 16 is 4. Okay?
4.
And then if you really want to show it, then you say 4 4s, and that would give you the what? The 16. But this only works for what they call perfect squares. If it's not a perfect square, if it's not an even number, you won't get it like this. All right? This method does not work for numbers, odd numbers, or numbers that are not perfect squares.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let us try. All right. So since you guys say you get that, let's try 36 then.
Okay, sir.
That's one that we know. So what is the square root of 36? The square root of 36 would be what? 6. Okay. And if the method that I know is that we would factorize 36, and we say 2 into 36 goes 18, 2 into 18 goes 9, and then 3 into 9 goes 3, 3 into 3 goes 1. So look at what we have now. We have the factors being 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And if we bracket off these, we're only going to take the 2 out of this, only one of these, and take only one of those, and 2 3s, and we will get what? 6. All right. So this proves, using this method, it proves that the square root of 36 really is 6. So 6 squared is what? 36. All right. Somebody has a microphone there that giving us some trouble. You have to keep your mic very still. All right. So we have that. All right. Hold on.
Give me peace.
All right. So I just muted all the microphones. So when you're ready to answer, you have to unmute them. Okay. So we don't have the interference from the background. So let's go with this now. So it says express all right, great. It says now express the following in index notation or in exponential form or using powers. The square of 14. Let's start with the marquees. What is the square of 14? How would I write the square of 14? The marquees? Anybody else?
14 square.
Yes, man. How I write it? Tell me how I write it.
14 times 14.
Okay. Yes. I was thinking of this 14 squared. I have 14 times 14. That's what it really means. All right. So what's a quarter squared? How would we write that? Anybody else? A quarter squared? 1/4. I'll put a little square root in there. Okay. And this really means 1/4 multiplied by 1/4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's the square of 7? How we write that one?
7 times 7.
Yeah, 7 squared. So I'm interested in this part of it. You're right, 7, the square root sign. Not the square root sign, the square sign. All right. So 7 squared or 7 raised to the second power. And this is really 7 times 7. Okay. The square of 18, you'd write what? The base 18 raised to the what? Second power. And that really is 18 times 18. Are we all clear on that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now we're going to go on to something a bit different. Now we're asked to find the square root of these numbers. So we have 361, 81, 196, 226, 900, and I have some more. So no, this one is not going to work using the method that I gave before, right? This is going to be trial and error in order to get this one. But you guys try to work it out and tell me what you think that the answer would be. And if we look at our square timetable, we went up to 13, not true? So we know that
Yes.
1 square is 1, 2 square is what?
4.
2 square is?
4.
3 square is?
9.
And 4 square is what?
16.
16.
And 5 square is?
25.
6 square?
36.
7 square?
49.
8 square?
64.
9 square?
81.
10 square?
100.
11 square?
121.
And 12 square is what?
144.
All right, so that tells me already that 361 must be greater than 12. Not true? 196 must be greater than 12, right? 226 must be greater than 12, and 900 must be greater than 12. Okay, so, and I know that 13 squared, when we worked that out in class, it was 169, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me look now. I'm going to test, because I'm trying to get to this. So 14 squared. 4 fours would give me 16, carry 1. 4 ones, 4 and 1 would give me 5. Placeholder. 1 times 4 is 4. And 1 times 1 is 1. So this gives me 6, 9, and 1. This gives me, oh, but doesn't this look the same?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So what is the square root then of 196?
14.
Okay, so it would be 14. So the square root of 196 is 14, because this really would be what? 14 times 14, and we're taking out just one of them to get that. Understood?
Yes, sir.
And based on what we said already, we know the square root of 81. That would be what?
9.
Okay. So this is 9. All right, so we know those already. Okay. All right, let's go now with continue and see if we can get to the 361. So 15 squared, then 5 5 is 25, carry 2, 5 ones, 5 and 2 gives me what? 5 ones, 5 and 2?
7.
7, okay. Placeholder, we're going to cross this one. 1 times 5 is 5, 1, 1, 1. Add these, 5 and 0 is 5. 7 and 5 would make 12, right? 2 carry 1. And 1 and 1 is 2. So 225, okay? Let me
Yes.
just double check this. All right. This, I think this should really be 225, not 226. Let me get the rubber and change this one. And I'm gonna write this as 225. So the square root here, this would be what?
15.
All right, so this would be 15. All right, so we find that one. Somebody has an echo there going. All right, so let's get back now. So we're going to continue now. 16. So 6 6 will give us 36, right? 6 and carry 3. 6 ones, 6 and 3. 6 and 3 would give me 9. Cross these, placeholder. 1 times 6 would give me 6. 1 times 1, 1. Let's add these. When I add these now, what do I get?
196.
96.
196. Initially, turn your video off, please. All right, great. So let's go. And I hear in the echo, you can't listen on loudspeaker. You have to use headphones, or turn it down very, very low, or we're going to get our feedback, all right? So 6 and, what would be this? 6 and 0 would be 6. 9 and 6 would be 15, right? 5 and carry 1. So this now is 256. Is that correct? 16 times 16,
Yes,
256. All right, so let's go 17 and 17. Are we getting closer? We reached 256 now. How far we need to go? We need to go to what? 361. All right, so 7 7 is 49, right? 9 and carry 4. 7 1 7 7 and 4 would make what? 11. Placeholder. I'm gonna cross this. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 1 is 1. Let's go with this now. So we have 9 here because 9 and 0 is 9. 7 and 1 would make 8, and 1 and 1 would make 2. All right. Still not there yet. So let's go with 18. 18. 8 8 would give me what? 60. Come help me.
84.
64. Write the 4 and carry the 6. And 8 ones 8. 8 and 6 would give me what?
14.
14. Good. 0 placeholder across this one. 1 times 8 will give me 8, and 1 times 1 would give me 1. Let's add these. 4 and 0, 4. 8 and 4 would give me, come, 12, right? 2 and carry 1. And 1 and 1 and 1, that would give me 3. Wow. So we reached 324.
24.
Seems like we're getting closer. True?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's try 19. All right, 19. So 9 nines would give me 81, right? 1 and carry the 8. 9 ones 9. 9 plus 8 would give me 17. All right, placeholder, cross this. 1 times 9 is 9, and 1 times 1 is 1. Let's add these. 0 and 1 would give me 1. 9 and 7 would give me what?
16.
16, right? 6 and carry 1. And 1, 2, and 3, 361.
1.
So what
So
that mean then?
the square root of 361 is 19.
Very
19.
good, very, very good. So this would be 19.
19.
All right. So let's go one more and see what the square of 20 would be. So we're just going to add a 0 for that and say 2 times 0, 0, and 2 2s 4. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So if it is that they had given us 400 and we wanted to find the square root of 400, we know that the square root of 400 would be equal to what? To 20.
20.
All right. So we have worked out 361, that the square root of 361 is 19. The square root of 81 is 9. The square root of 196 is 14. The square root of 225 is 15. I wonder how we could find out the square root of 900. Let's see. 900. Well, we know that it must be more than 20, right? Because if we did 400, listen to this, if we did 400 and it was 20, it means that the square root cannot be less than 20, true?
Yes, sir.
So we're looking for a number greater than 20. I'm going to try something here. 900, and let's factorize 900. What prime number can go, the smallest prime number to go into 900 would be what?
Sir, I know the answer.
No, me know you know the answer, but more work through the process. What would be the answer here? What's the smallest prime that can go into this? Anybody?
2.
No, man, 2. Well, yes. 2 can go in there. All right, I didn't want to use 2, but all right, fine. 2 can go into this how many times?
4.
How many times? If I have 900 and I break it into 2 equal parts, what do I get?
450.
Very good, 450. Let me set, fix up my 2 and make it 2 a little bit neater. So this is 450. Again, this is an even number, so 2 can go into this again. So What's the answer? 450 divided by 2, 450 divided by 2.
225.
Okay, so this is 225. Now, this is 5 and 2, 7. 7 and 2 would be 9. So the next prime number that can go in there would be what?
3.
3. Very good. How did I get to that? I used the divisibility rules. Divisibility rules to add these numbers together, and I know that 3 can go into the number if the sum of the digits is equal to a multiple of 3. That's why I said 7 and 5 and 2 is 7, 7 and 2 is 9. Okay, so if I had 225 and dividing it by 3, 3 could go into itself one time. 3 can go into 22. What?
75.
No man,
7.
7 times remainder 1. 3 sevens is 21. Remainder 1, 3 5s will give me what? 15. So this is about 75. What could go into 75 now? Which prime could go into 75?
3.
How you know it's 3?
Because if you add up 7 and 5, you get 12.
Very good. So 3 could go into this now, and this goes 25. How we know that is 25? Let's look at 75 and we divide it by 3. 3 into itself one time. 3 into 7 goes 2 times because 3 2s will be what? 6. And 6 from 7 would leave us with 1. And then 3 into 15 now would be what? 5. That's how we get the 25. All right. Now we have 25. What can go into 25 now in terms of prime? Oh, 5. And 5 can go into it 5 times. And 5 into 5 again goes 1. Come on, somebody with a microphone there, man, please. All right. So now we're going to list all of these. So it would be 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times
And
5
5
times 5. So I'm going to pair these off. All right. Take them in pairs. And then I take out 1 from this group. So this is 2 times 3 times 5. Now, 2 3s would give me all of 6. And then my answer is 6 times 5. And 6 5s would give me 30. So what this is saying to me is that the square root of the big number 900 is really what? 30.
30.
All right. Me no know if that's true. Me I go test it. 30 times 30. And you know, if I multiply by this 0, I just get one string of 0. So I'm just going to put 0 there and say 3 times 0 now is 0. And 3 3s will give me 9.
9.
Anybody see that and understand that? Everybody see that and understand that? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you come on to these squares, some of them you just have to know, and some of them you just have to test it a little until you get it. All right? So, let me see now. So 900, we were at 900. So 900, the square root of 900 is 30. They had one more here. They had 256. What's the square root of 256? We work it out already. No, it's right. It's on the screen in front of us.
16.
16. See it here, so? Hello? Anybody see it? In fact, let me change the color. Anybody see it here, so? See it here?
Yes, sir.
256. 16 by 16.
Yes,
So this would be 16. All right, so let's go with this again so that we're reviewing now. The square root of 361 is what?
19.
And remember when we say square, we mean that two numbers multiply in order to give you the what? The square. If we say square root, we want one of the two numbers that were multiplied. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me go with this again now. What's the square root of 81?
9.
9.
What's the square root of 196?
14.
14.
Square root of 225?
15.
Square root of 900?
13.
Square root of 256?
16.
All right. Very good. Let's see how we got those. All right. Let's go now with this. In this one, we're asked to, okay, hold on, let me swap colors and get back to black. We're asked to find, let's go with this one. So what is the value of 13 squared? Now they're asking you to work out what is 13 times 13. And let me give that one to Shamisha. Shamisha? Shamisha, unmute and work that one out for me, please.
Sir, 169.
169. You said that it's 169. Let's check that for ourselves. 3 threes would give me what?
9.
All right. Let's say I have 10 minutes now for the rest of the meeting. 3 threes would give me 9. 3 ones would give me what?
3.
Okay. Placeholder. 1 times 3 would give me 3. And 1 times 1 would give me 1. Let's add these and I would get what? 9, 6, 1. So that is correct. 169. All right. Let me see who is left. The Marquis, your turn.
Yes, sir.
What is 2.5 squared? What are they asking you to do? If they say 2.5 squared, what are you being asked to do?
Multiply 2 times
Yes, man. Multiply what 2 times?
the 2.5.
So it's 2.5 multiplied by 2.5.
5.
All right. Remember now, we are practicing in class that we just multiply like normal. Forget about the decimal points now. So I have 1 decimal point here. Make note of that. And 1 decimal point here. When we're done, we're going to add those and then put it back. So 5 fives will give me what?
25.
So write down the 5 and carry 2. 5 twos would give me what?
10.
10 and 2 would make what?
12.
12. Placeholder. Cross this. 2 fives would give me
10.
10. Right? 0 carry 1. 2 twos
4.
and 1.
5.
Okay, let's add these. So 0 and 5 would make?
5.
All right, and 2 here, and 5 and 1 would make? 5 and 1?
6.
6. Now I have these decimal places here, so I need to have 2 decimal places in my answer. 1, 2. So my answer would be 6.
6.25.
No, man, 6.25. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that's how we would say it properly. All right, guys. So I think that you get the basic idea of finding the value. So I want you to do the rest of these for me now as we close off the meeting. So I need you to work these out. 30 squared is equal to what? 9 squared plus 4 squared. 16 squared plus 3 squared. 4 raised to the 5th power. All right, hold on. Let me fix up that one a little bit better. Come write these off. 4 raised to the 5th power. Right? 10 to the 4th power. 10 to the 4th power. 7 cubed, or 7 to the 3rd power. 3 to the 4th power. And finally, 3 to the 3rd power. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I need you guys to work out these for
The
our next
square
meeting. Not the square root, just to work what those are.
Okay.
So 30 squared, 9 squared plus 4 squared, 16 squared plus 3 squared, 4 raised to the 5th power, 10 to the 4th power, 7 to the third power, 3 raised to the fourth power, and 3 raised to the third power. Okay,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, any questions? We have about 5 minutes to go before that happens, before we end off, before the meeting cuts off. Any questions, any comments on this? Can somebody already tell me what the answer for the first one is?
900.
900. So for this already, we know that this is 900. Why? Because we did work that out before. Simple, not true?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
so since it's so simple, in the 4 minutes that we have, let me give you one to do so we can do one together here.
Yes.
Let me say 3, no, let's swap colors. Go back to black. Let's say 3 squared plus 4 squared plus 5 squared. All right, let's work this out now. So 3 squared would be what?
9.
So it's 9 plus what?
9 plus 16
Okay, 16 plus what?
plus 25.
25.
25.
So somebody work that out and make we know what going on.
Yes, sir. So
Yes, sir.
6, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13. $50.
More than 50. More than 50, man.
Oh.
More than 50.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 4. Sir, I got 50.
50?
Sir,
All
I
right.
got 50.
All right. Very good. So the answer is 50. 50 dead. I thought that just estimation, I thought it was like a little bit over 50. But 9 and 6 would be what? 15. 15 and 5 would be what?
20.
20. So this is 0 and we carry 2. 2 and 2, 4. 4 and 1 would give us 5.
5.
So it's 50 flat. All right. I was estimating, my estimation was a little off. But nonetheless, we work it out and we get it. True?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's try this one. 4 squared plus the square root of 100 plus 5 squared. So what's 4 squared now?
16.
16 plus what's the square root of 100?
10.
10 plus the square of 5 would be what?
25.
25. So let's add this together now and what do we get?
$51.
Very good. So this is the answer that I had in mind first, the 51. All right. So this would be 25 plus the 16 plus the 10. And we would say 6 and 5 will give us what? 11. And we write our 1, carry our 1. Then we have 1 and 2 giving us what? 3, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5. So we get 51. So you guys are seeing how easy it is to use what? Squares and the square root. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So your little homework now is to make sure that you have the answers for these sections. All right. All right. So I'm gonna end our meeting here until next time. All right. So work on that for me. Work on that for me. All right.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Yes, sir.